he mistreats me, and he calls me names, and he puts me down. Pero hija, es el papá de tus hijos. But mom, he cheated on me, and he forced himself on me even when I told him no. Pero hija, es el papá de tus hijos. Mom, I served him a plate, and he threw it at me, and he pushed me in front of the kids. Pero hija, es el papá de tus hijos. Mom, I defended myself, and I got in a lot of trouble, and I really need your help. Please help me leave. Pero hija, es el papá de tus hijos. Mom, I left him, and I'm not going back. It's probably going to be hard, but I can do this. I got this. Pero hija, es el papá de tus hijos. Mom, I've come so far. I've done so great. I can't believe I waited so long. Pero hija, es el papá de tus hijos. Mom, I've moved on and I found someone new, and I'm happy, but he still won't leave me alone. Pero hija, es el papá de tus hijos. Mom, I was walking to my car all alone, and he found me and he hurt me and he left me there to die. Please pray for my kids, porque el que me mató es el papá de mis hijos. A mother-daughter relationship is one of the greatest things in the world. I love my daughter. Sorry. I'm so proud of all of her accomplishments. I'm her biggest fan. I speak truth to her, I correct her when she's wrong, and I praise her when she's right. I would fight till the end, and she knows that. She's my best friend, and I tell her that any chance I get. Why? Because I never had that. Growing up, I was a typical first-generation Mexican daughter. I went to school, I got good grades, I came home. I helped my parents with my siblings, and I helped in the house, all while they built the American dream. And although I have the best memories of my mother and father loving each other, I don't remember my mom ever being affectionate with me. I don't remember my mom ever saying she loved us. Even at my age, I'm 22, I can still count on one hand how many times. That was a fun, way too hard over there. I'm sorry. I can count on one hand how many times my mom has said, "Hija, te quiero." Sometimes I felt as she saw me as competition, like I took my dad's attention away from her. Other times I felt like she was jealous of my childhood, which is something that she had longed for. Perhaps she just was upset because I came when I wasn't planned. Our relationship was complicated, to say the least. And throughout my life, it seemed like when I needed her the most, she would dismiss me entirely. When I was 12, I hinted at sexual abuse by a family member. I wanted my mom to know, and I wanted to tell her so bad, and I wanted her to protect me, and I wanted her to care. I told my mom a story about my abuser, and I gave her details of the abuse. I confided in her that we, all of his victims, had confirmed he'd done it to all of us. She didn't want to know. She didn't ask me if I was affected. She told me to stop talking about it. I wanted her so much to see through the story. And I wanted her to ask me if I had been affected, but she never asked me. If only she had asked me. When I was 15, I became pregnant. It was a tough time full of uncertainty and confusion. I yearned for my mother's support. again looked for a kind word or a simple hug, something to let me know that even though I had fucked up royally, she was still gonna love me. But instead, I felt alone, I felt judged, I felt punished, and mostly I felt rejected. I soon ran away because I knew this wasn't right, this wasn't the right way. She went to find me. And when she found me, she brought me home, and she made me beg my dad for forgiveness. When I was 17, I experienced domestic violence at the hands of my brother, who was 3 years younger than me. We had a verbal altercation, and he pinned me by my throat against the wall. I kicked and screamed and punched, and he was so strong. I ran to my mom to tell her what had happened, but she dismissed it by saying, "Well, what do you think? He's ashamed. You're a single teenage mom. What did you expect?" Looking back, I realized that my brother had gone away with this behavior for years. And to this day, he still behaves this way. Only now it's excused as a mental illness. He doesn't know what he's doing. When I was 28, I was going to school for my bachelor's degree. I wanted to be done by the time my daughter graduated from high school. I wanted her to be proud. However, her dad kept sabotaging me. I had enough. So I called out that day and I reached for my girls and I went to have a session. I drank way too much and I came home and I destroyed my living room. I flipped over couches, I punched walls, I broke frames, I even threw an iron at him. He was so scared, he'd never seen me like this. He called the police and I was arrested. I explained to the police officers how I got there and all of the events. And he simply said, "Yeah, you're the one going to jail." My bail was $32,000. That was the worst experience of my life and the most expensive lesson. Keep your hands to yourself. The next day, I called my mom. I wanted her to help me. I said, "Mom, I cannot do this anymore. You have to help me leave." And she said, "Pues algo has de haber hecho. La gente normal no se comporta como tú." I pleaded with her to help me leave. And I can still remember the tears rolling down my face when she said, "Eres el papá de tus hijos y te quedas." It was in that very moment that I confirmed that I was all alone. I had a future court date over my head. My daughter's father threatened to take my daughter from me, and that wasn't an option. I stuck it out for a couple more years. I struggled with my self-worth. Was I going to be an obedient wife and daughter just to save face? I endured 7 more years and then I left. One day while he was at work, I packed a moving truck and I left. I was scared shitless and I didn't want to do it. But I did it and here I am. Over the years, I was so hurt by my mom's behavior that I became angry and hurt and resentful. And that really affected my relationships with other women. I became very guarded. Now, I wasn't the perfect daughter. I too made a lot of mistakes. I did a lot of things that I really regret. I didn't say I'm sorry enough. I saw my mom as an enemy. I punished her. And I wanted her to feel the pain that she made me feel. At our family gatherings, she always brought up the fact that I did this to our family. And I would always respond, well, ¿qué hiciste tú? ¿Qué me hiciste tú a mí? We should have owned up to our issues. Let it go. Forgive and move forward. But it was so much easier to be stubborn and just let it in. Despite all this, I can stand here and tell you my mom's not a monster. I'm sure she loves me. She loves my children. I'm sure if she had the opportunity to come on stage today, she'd tell you that she too had a hard life. I'm sure that she would tell you about how she became an orphan and had to raise 6 siblings on her own. I'm sure that she would tell you that when she married my dad, she migrated to the United States and didn't know one word of English. She would also tell you that at the age of 42, she became a widow with 2 kids to raise on her own. She would tell you that she too felt alone. Maybe my mom never knew what it was to love. Maybe she was never taught to love the way I needed her to. Maybe she loves me the best way that she can. Maybe her motherly instinct is to tough love me so I can be a strong woman. I'll share one last story with you. Just the other day, my mother told my daughter that she was really proud of me. She noticed that all my hard work was finally paying off. I was in shock. Truth be told, I didn't even know what to say. This moment of finally, yes. But instead, the prideful resentment showed up. And I couldn't let it go, not even after 26 years. And why do I share this with you? I share this with you to tell you that it's okay. It's okay that you don't have the best relationship with your parents. Broken mother relationships, broken daughter-mother relationships are common. However, we rarely speak about the emptiness that women feel when their mothers aren't supportive or present or loving. We grow up feeling inadequate and rejected. The subconscious undercutting of our success by our mothers affects our personal, professional, and intimate relationships. We repeat the cycle. When I see a little girl, I want to run up to her and hug her and tell her she's loved, she's great, she belongs, and she can do it all. Our daughters, our children, need to know that we love them. That when the world is against them, they will always have us, our mothers, there to fight with them. That when they mess up royally, we will always be there. And when they need us to just sit and listen, we will let them sit and cry. And that we will never stop supporting them. I chose to be the mother that I wish I had. What kind of mother do you choose to be? Thank you.